Hey, what's up everyone? This is Giorgio, your friendly neighborhood YouTuber, and I'm here to talk to you all about this brand new retro indie game called OmegaBot. And let's just say I'm gonna keep it real with you guys. I had bought this game last night, and it's like $12.99, $14 with tax. So basically what this story is, like, you're gonna have to save this lady who's been imprisoned by this evil mist, and then of course, you know, this mist is devouring and plaguing the land and turning every living creature into machines. So basically some Dr. Robotnik type of stuff going on there with that. If everybody's being turned into machines, because you remember Sonic the Hedgehog, you know, he would turn animals into machines. But basically, you know, these warriors had became extinct and they failed in their mission, and then of course they had ended up getting turned into machines. So, you know, there was the Numerator, the Hunter, Belly, the Strategist, Knight Silvers, Fiber, the Engineer. And so yeah, you know, this game right here is going to get very, very interesting as I go through it. And this is basically the first level of the game. I didn't want to spoil everything about it because, you know, I want you guys to, you know, try for yourself if this interests you. So you know, without further ado, you know, we're going to get into this video right here, shall we? Let's start. All right, here we are. This is the first level of OmegaBot. And so basically this is like a side scroller, you know, action 2D type of game. And of course, I love the graphical style. The gun makes some really cool, unique noises and sounds as well. And basically you'll see these, your energy bars, like two of them. Well, it's kind of broken up into two pieces, but when it gets down to that last bar, your weapon will shoot a different type of missile or, you know, blast from it. And so you destroy your enemies to collect the orbs and gears, and you collect these enough orbs to heal yourself. So you'll see like the first aid one, which has the little plus on it, that one gives you a lot of health. But there will be times where the game won't give you a lot of health, so you have to be very careful. So you have to pay attention to the enemy counter. So the more you hit it, the better it will turn out to be where you can destroy it. So you have to kind of stay on it. Like, so if you drop your attack for whatever reason, then you'll have to start back over to destroy that enemy. And it says, of course, if you run out of energy, you will move slower in the game. So you would not be able to shoot for a while. Now, I'm going to tell you guys about something that they could definitely improve on if they decide to, like, you know, make a second OmegaBot game, or if they decide to update this one. So of course you go into the next area, and there's these little checkpoints right here which will save your progress. So it's not like they make you start over from the very beginning of the level like a lot of the old school retro games, platformer games used to do. But it does have a challenge, and it definitely gets a little bit more challenging as the game goes on, which you will see right here. And so right now I'm just trying to get rid of these enemies. I'm shooting these little you know, also when you shoot those little blocks of the things that stand in the way of the enemies, you have to be careful with that. Allow your energy to in your gun to recover, you know. Just shoot like maybe 1 or 2 shots at a time when you see those little like blocks in there and stuff. So yeah, so this is right here. I'm just trying to get rid of the enemy. Now that's probably could have been an easier way for me to do that, but you know, I'm just kind of excited as I was playing through it, and I didn't even want to risk losing any health. So see here, you see all those little things. So you kind of have to just shoot that. Don't jump over and then try to kill the enemy or the creature, because that'll be a bad thing. So basically you blowing up snails and stuff. And so yeah, this game is very rewarding once you learn how to play it. But let's see what happens next. And then there's the little flower, which you can get different power-ups as well, I believe. And then of course, sometimes you're gonna have to get a little bit crafty to defeat some of the creatures that come at you. So you may have to jump up and then shoot downwards just to get rid of them. So yeah, here we go. We're going down here. I'm trying to, some of them I won't be able to defeat because I'm not trying to lose all my health. And then there's some very cool like items that you could collect, but you could risk losing your life trying to get some of them. So you have to be wise about that. So right here, we're just trying to jump, and I'm trying to figure out what do I do next. By the way, this is the PS5 version of the game that I'm playing on. So just so you guys would know, this is the PS5 version. But yeah, it's pretty cool. And so far I'm enjoying it. And yeah, like at this point I'm still enjoying the game. Of course they have the trailer where they show you all this cool stuff that goes on, but I want to keep it real because this right here, as I'm about to show you in a little bit, is going to get very frustrating for me, but I'm gonna try to stay positive and try to push through it. So right now we're getting the gears, you know, we're trying to get that as many gears as possible right here. So yeah, I'm trying to get rid of those little blocks that's in the way. But yeah, it's getting a little crazy, and I could have just went back that way and got rid of them, but you know, this is cool. And you know, it's kind of like how games used to be back in the day, you know. You have to pretty much learn the pattern, and once you learn the pattern of how games like this work, they can definitely get a little less challenging over time. So here we go right here, and we're trying to get rid of this snail or creature thingy right here. Oh man, I could just jump over it, but then I don't want to lose my health either, so you know, I have to be a little bit careful. And of course I could skip over it, but then I would miss out on getting like a health option or something. Now you can see I'm shooting at it, but it won't die. But I ended up shooting him into the spike, but I'm not about to risk my health to try to get that little health energy, so I'm gonna have to go and find one somewhere else. And then there's a treasure chest right there, which I should have went over there and got it, but I didn't want to risk, you know, jumping off in that spike and destroying my character. As you can see, I'm trying to go for it, but then I'm thinking, I don't know. It might be a very, very bad choice on my part. It's very risky, but I guess I'm going for it. And so yeah, I just played this last night, but I'm also going back through just so you can see, you know, some more of my reactions to it. So yeah, like I said, so far so good as far as the gameplay. I'm really enjoying it. I like the movement of the robot. There are some things I wish that it did have. Like, I wish that you could use the arms. Like, if it has stretchable robotic arms with hooks where you can grab onto different surfaces, because that would make it really fun and a little bit easier to get across different, you know, platforms and stuff in this game. And you will see what I'm talking about in a few seconds or a few moments, where that ability like that will come into play. So here, this is where this the part of the game that I did not like, which was the shoot downwards to gain distance. I think that this robot should be able to glide across there. Like, they should give it a jetpack so that it can glide across the surface. Now, if you do that, you will either have to choose the sacrifice power of your gun, or you can utilize that energy to get across there. So you could use the little 2 bars up there. You can use one of them to use the little jetpack for the robot. So I think they should have gave this character OmegaBot that, because that would make the game a little less challenging, because I just think it's too difficult to get across certain surfaces, you know, with that. I just don't like that mechanic, that gameplay mechanic of using the gun to get yourself some distance across the thing, because if you're not careful, your character will get deleted. And you know, hey, I didn't want to use the other D word because we're trying to keep it PG, but you know what I mean by deleted. But nevertheless, if you're not careful using that downward shooting mechanic to get across the surfaces, you will lose. And then you have to start over at your last checkpoint. So yeah, that's something I wish that they would fix, and hopefully they will. Maybe I don't think they're gonna release a patch or anything like that, because you know, this is more of an indie retro type of game. But it did come out recently of this year, and so, you know, and I think this game is available on the Nintendo Switch too as well. But yeah, I think that's something they could definitely update with the next game if they ever decide to make a new game for OmegaBot. And this comes from Red Art Games, and so yeah, I ended up losing. And yeah, it's just too much for me. But other than that, you know, I would probably give it maybe, I would say probably an 8.5 out of 10, or maybe a B plus. You know, it would have gotten a better rating from me if it wasn't for that little shoot distance mechanic. But anyways, let me know what you all think about this in the comment section below, and have a very blessed day or night. Peace out.